So I always said the best story that's kept me sober is my own. No story is going to get you sober and keep you sober. Your story.
Don't stress, live life one day at a time. Don't drink or drugging, you'll be fine.
Hey, welcome back to Staying Sober with Papa Joey. It has been a while since I posted. I've been pretty busy, but now with the new year coming up, I've got a lot of things straightened out, so I'll be able to make some more content. Today, I want to talk about some emails I've been receiving from people after they've read my book, Don't Drink or Use No Matter What, and no matter what means no matter what. Now, it's been asked of me a few times, what do I think the best way to get sober? Well, that's a tough one because I can only say what works for me and some other people that I know. And for me, number one, is I tell people, you know, why do you want to get sober? What's going on? I mean, they have to understand that if you truly want to get sober, you have to say, I've had enough with this lifestyle, with either the drinking, the drugging, or both. Because a lot of times people reach out to me and say, they got in trouble or they're having problems with their spouse or with their job. And they know they got a problem, but, how can I help them control their drinking, basically? And I always say, I wish I knew how to control my drinking because I certainly would still be drinking if I knew how to control it. I was never able to control my drinking. I always drank to get my buzz. And once I got my buzz, I just kept on going. The more, the better, right? So that's hard for me when people ask that because I just tell them I can't help you control your drinking. I'm sorry. If you find somebody, I would run from them because if you truly think you have a problem with alcohol or drugs, and I never really was into drugs, but if you got a problem with alcohol or drugs, then deep inside that you have a problem. And chances are you shouldn't put the drink or the drug in you. Now, let's face it, we don't want to quit. Most of us that have put the alcohol or the drugs away, we really didn't want to do it. But we got to that point in our lives when, basically the shit hit the fan one too many times and we had to say, that's it. I can't do it anymore. So first off, man, you've got to say, I've had enough. I'm done. And I'm going to do whatever it takes to get sober and stay sober. Because I know a lot of people who quit drinking for a time, or they quit drugging for a time. Sometimes, they went to a treatment center, or unfortunately, some went to jail, or some just quit, just said, hey, that's it. I'm not going to do this anymore. But many times they went back to using again or drinking, whatever. So I always tell the people, man, you've got to make sure you've had enough because if not, you're just setting yourself up for failure. Yeah, you'll get a little time. Maybe you're feeling better. Maybe you start feeling good. And in your mind, you're thinking, you know what? I got this. I got this now. I can probably have 2 or 3 beers, or maybe I'll just, do some of the drugs on the weekend, my buddies or whatever. It never works that way. So, number one, decide you're done. Once you decide, now what I did, and I share about it in my book and on my other podcast, when I had my last drunk, the reason I went to AA, and the only reason I went was because at that time, my wife, who was not my ex-wife, but my wife's aunt had told us when I first met her that she doesn't drink because I was drinking, and that she had been sober for 10 years. And she got sober by going to AA. So when it came time for me to get sober, the first thing I thought of was, how am I going to do it? Then I remembered her. I said, you know what? If she can remain sober for 10 years and every time I was around her and and her family members, we were all drinking and it didn't seem to bother her. So I figured, hey, I'll go to AA. And that's exactly what I did. And I do recommend it to people. Now, I'm not trying to push AA, but I'm only saying how I did it. And it worked for me. But see, here's why I have a hard time saying it worked for me. What truly worked for me was I understood, even before I went into AA, that I was done. Somewhere down deep inside, I just knew I couldn't keep doing this. It was fun while it lasted, but the fun turned into trouble. And then the trouble turned into a whole lot of trouble. And eventually, I hit my last bottom. I've had bottoms before, but this one, even though I don't think it was as bad, but it hit me different the last time. I just knew I was done. I just couldn't do it anymore. So I walked into AA. And going back to where did it really work for me, I understood that whatever I was going to do, and this was early on, I knew I couldn't drink again. So I knew that was my mindset when I first went into AA. I didn't know what they were going to teach or suggest or what was expected of me. I just went there. And of course, you meet a whole group of people, different people. Everybody has their own thing, they like about AA, what they didn't like about AA. But for me, it was the place that I needed to go, because what it did was it got me around people who, abused alcohol for a long time. And some of them, were short periods. And it gave me a chance to listen to everybody else's story and suggestions of what they did to get sober. And yes, there's the 12 steps, but I know people who've stayed sober for a lot of years in AA, and did they really do the 12 steps? No, but that's okay. But they went there, they talked to people, they listened, and it helped them. And what AA did for me early on, because I went there probably regularly for 3 to 4 years. Now, early on, I went like 90 days in a row. Well, no, I had to take one day off because of a school project that I was involved in. But other than that, probably my first year, I went every day. And the reason I went, my wife had left me, no family in town. And in AA, especially where I was, there was a lot of nice people, great group of people. So it was a cool place to hang out. I didn't feel like I had to go to a bar to meet people or to hang out. So it was nice. And while I was in the rooms, I'm telling you this, all I did was listen. And I did some talking because I don't mind talking. And back then I was trying to get in to do some stand-up comedy. And actually I did for a little while. So I enjoy talking, enjoy making people laugh. And I was able to do that in the rooms. But again, more importantly, I was listening to what they were saying. And I would just take a little something from that person. I might take a little something from that person. I go, oh yeah, man, that's good. That's good. And the title of my book, Don't Drink or Use No Matter What, and no matter what means no matter what. Now, the first AA meeting I walked into, a guy by the name of Jack came up to me after the meeting and said, hey, Joey, listen, don't drink, come to a meeting, and the rest is all conversation. I'm like, okay. And I left because it was my first meeting. I went in and I wanted to get out. So that day, I remember what Jack said. I understood don't drink. Okay. I understood, go to a meeting, come to a meeting every day. That way you can, talk to other people, get familiar with AA, the program, whatever. But the rest is all conversation. What does that mean? I got it. Because a couple of days later, I understood what that meant. The rest is all bullshit. Okay? So you don't drink, And in AA, they suggest you go to the meetings, which is it's a good idea, and everything else is bullshit. So as I continued on with my sobriety, for me, I use the term I don't drink no matter what. And no matter what means no matter what, because while I was in the rooms of AA, I noticed a lot of people who would come and go. They would share they were sober for 2 or 3 years. They went to AA, then they decided they made a choice to, go back out and drink. And then they found themselves back in. And everybody that I heard that went back to AA said, it didn't get better. So early on, I just kept on saying, I don't drink no matter what. And when shit hit the fan with me, when, life just hit me real hard, and when I wanted to pick up a drink, I just remembered, don't drink, no matter what. And no matter what meant no matter what. I went through the divorce, my kids leaving, my father passing away, relationships, the whole, everything. And each time I was tossed into some turmoil, I just kept the mindset, I'm not going to drink. I'm not going to drink through this. I may hurt. I may want to. I may be angry. I may be pissed off. I may need to go talk to somebody, which is a real good reason to get familiar with, AA, because you could always walk in, if they're open, of course, and find somebody to talk to. It worked for me many times. Or you'll meet a few people that you feel comfortable talking with, outside of the meetings and stuff, maybe get a friendship going. And you exchange phone numbers. And if they say, hey, man, if you're having a hard time, you just want to talk to somebody, give me a call. It works. So what I suggest is check out AA. All right. Now, if you don't want to go to AA for whatever reason, and that's your business, my next suggestion is if you're a church person, check, the church that you attend. See if there's any programs there or any counseling for people with addictions. That's always a great place. If not, look around for a church that has it. But that's another alternative. Stay away from certain online recovery groups, man. It's just, I'm telling you, stay away from them. Okay. There's a lot of good content on like YouTube. Hopefully mine is one of them, but it's not a replacement to actually, in my opinion, go somewhere, especially early on. Go someplace to talk to somebody. Whatever's bugging you, of course, we all have issues. Maybe you need to sit down and talk with somebody and, work things out and maybe take some suggestions. But ultimately, your sobriety is on you. Getting sober is your responsibility, nobody else's. Now, I hate when I hear people say, well, I went to AA and that didn't work. I went to a treatment center, that didn't work. I even went to jail. I was sober for 6 months because I couldn't do anything. But when I came back out, I drank or I picked up. Well, listen, that's on you. It's not on AA or the people in AA. It's not on the treatment center. It's not on, the people in the jail. It's all on you. You're the one that picked up to drink. So, trying to be nice, even though I am now going unfiltered. You have to own up to everything, man. You put yourself in the position you're in. Now, you may have a bunch of excuses. We all do. I did. But as I went on, I learned that, you know what? They were only excuses. And I was making them up. Now, I've been sober now 33 years. I could tell you this. My life hasn't been perfect. All right. Far from it. I've had struggles early on in sobriety, middle of sobriety, even now in my life. However, no matter how tough things get, I won't pick up a drink. I just won't do it. It's not who I am anymore. Now, do I always handle other situations perfectly? Absolutely not. I'm the first one to say I screw up, but when I screw up, I try to make amends to people right away and then do the right thing after that. But for me, I live by the title here. Don't drink or use no matter what, and no matter what means no matter what. So you you got to find some place. Get rid of your ego for just a little while. Stop blaming everybody and say, you know something? I'm going to do something really good for myself. I'm not going to care what anybody else thinks, because you may have friends. They may think, what, are you going to quit drinking? You're going to quit drugging? What's wrong with you? Screw them. Okay. Take care of yourself first. Number one, take care of yourself. And if you have the type of friends that don't want to be around you because you're not going to party with them, you're not going to, to drink or to drug, okay, then forget them. All right. Because they're not really your friends. If they know you're harming yourself, and they know it, why would they want you to do it if you're friends? Come on. The reason many want you to hang out with them, because they also know they have a problem. They shouldn't be abusing alcohol or drugs, right? And they don't want to do anything about it. So now all of a sudden you're stopping, and guess what? You're a mirror to them. They're looking at you and they're seeing you. They don't like what you're doing. You're quitting, right? But now when they look at you, they're looking at a mirror of themselves going, wow, yeah, I don't like that person. No. And they don't want to admit they have a problem. Or maybe they do, but they just don't want to do a damn thing about it. Well, you're going to do something about it. If you listen through this whole thing, you're the type of person that says, or you tell me you're the type of person that says, you know what? I'm going to give this shit a try, man. I'm just going to listen to this old man. He's got 33 years of sobriety. He's going to tell me as it is, and maybe walk into an AA room, make a phone call, go to a church, do something to get you out of your head and going in the right direction. Now, going back to online real quick, there are people out there that sell courses to get you sober. They ask you to pay them 5, 10, 15,000, and you'll be able to visit one of their rooms for 30 days and watch some videos. And as long as you're paying, there's going to be some people there that'll talk to you, and a lot of them tell you AA is worthless. Screw them. Okay, they're just looking for your money. That's it. Because I'm telling you right now, the only thing that works with AA, the treatment centers, if you go see a psychiatrist, if you do it on your own, right there is the only thing that truly works. Not the book, but there. You don't drink or use no matter what, and no matter what means no matter what. So get yourself in the mindset. If you want to stop drinking, or if you're having some issues now, maybe you're sober, or you're not drinking, and you're romancing the thought about, maybe I'll just go out and have a couple beers tonight, or maybe I'll do a little with some friends. Let me tell you something. Don't do it. Don't fantasize about stuff like that. What you should do, as a suggestion, is kind of figure out why you're thinking that way, and then just say that's crap. And if the only thing you can remember right now from this video is, Papa Joey says maybe I should check out AA, but more importantly, if I want to really get sober, is I can't drink or use no matter what, and no matter what means no matter what. Now, if you need somebody to talk to, if you want to email me or something, my email is below here. Feel free to send me an email. The book is available on Amazon. If you can't afford the book or the Kindle version, it's not much, send me an email. I'll send you a PDF file for free. My goal is to help you. That's it. I'm not going to babysit anybody. I'm not going to coddle anybody. I understand it's an uneasy thing for people. I mean, because nowadays everybody, we gotta help each other. We gotta be, like a family. We've got to have a support system. I get all that, but ultimately, it's on you. So if you go in with that mindset, no matter what you hear, and if you like it or if you don't like it, you know that your sobriety is only up to you, no one else. Don't give anybody the power to have your sobriety. Only you can have your sobriety. All right? Because I've always said this. The best story, if you like, when I went to AA, I heard a lot of stories, and some of them are good, some of them are going, man, that's nothing, man. That's all you did, that's all you drank. But that's their story, and that's what brought them into the rooms to get sober. So I always said the best story that's kept me sober is my own. No story is going to get you sober and keep you sober. Your story. Just keep thinking about whatever it is that is making you know that you have to put the drink or the drug down. Okay? That's your conscience telling you, I think it's God that's telling you, dude, listen, I don't know, would God say dude? Maybe he will. I mean, he's a cool guy. Jesus would. He had the long hair, the beard. Yo, hey, what's up? But your conscience, which is, I think it's, from above, is telling us right from wrong all the time. Now you got to listen to it. So again, if you want to chat or something, and there are times that I've talked with people over the phone, I never charge, but I can't do it all the time, but I can do it for certain people. So good luck. Don't forget, don't drink or use no matter what, and no matter what means no matter what. I do have a book with that title. And hey, I know you can do it because I know many people that have. Until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
When life gets rough and you're feeling stuck, don't drink or use no matter what. Think about your serenity. Be grateful for your sobriety. Staying sober with Papa Joey. We're staying sober with Papa Joey. We're staying sober with Papa Joey. It's all about your sobriety.